What's up guys, I'm your man Sunil and welcome back to the Sunil's View, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be reviewing the new Citroen C3. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get welcome. Today I'm driving this. This is the Citroen C3, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to take a look around and maybe take it down for a test ride. So this is the newest edition of the Citroen. Ladies and gentlemen, I really like the bodywork on this car. I really like the shape of the car. It's not too boxy. It's a new aerodynamic design. So I got even like the new orange touches, subtle touches on the sides too, ladies and gentlemen. So first and foremost, before getting into the bag, let's see how the boot space is compared to the other hatchbacks of this price range. So this part, I'll tell you more about the price range as well as the models and the specs when I'm taking it for auto drive, right? So ladies and gentlemen, there's an interesting way of opening the boot. Not with the key, there is no physical buttons inside, but there is a small air button right over here which opens the trunk off. So we got a decent trunk space, ladies and gentlemen. I'll display it on the screen right now how much liters it can hold, but it is a decent trunk space, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the back, plain simple, the C3 logo with the number. Thanks to my uncle who's owning this model. So we got this model for a day for a test drive. So this is a 195 65 R15 inch tire. So that's pretty cool. 15 inches on a hatchback. It's new. So one thing I don't like about it is the handlebars to open the doors, ladies and gentlemen. Could have been something a little more creative, ladies and gentlemen. It's just as simple as the Maruti's one. So let's take a trip inside the memory lane, shall we? Let's get a trip inside the interior. So ladies and gentlemen, inside the seat right now. So this is, as I told you before, suited for a 6-foot person. I have adjusted so that it will be easy for you guys to understand. So let's take a strip. Okay, the last video that I did on the back was the Renault KWID White. You might have seen the video, ladies and gentlemen. If not, links are down in the description below. But this is aimed for a 6-foot person. I have adjusted so that it looks like somebody is going to be sitting for 6 foot. So even though a 6-foot person is sitting here, ladies and gentlemen, you got ample room of a little bit tighter on the legs, but you got ample room of leg space. You can wide it up. You got a not bad. It's more than that of a KWID, ladies and gentlemen. Under thigh support is probably very super. Nice soft cushions from the company, ladies and gentlemen. Headroom is absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. You have lots of headroom. And what else? So on the rear, ladies and gentlemen, it's as simple as it is, ladies and gentlemen. So you can see for yourself, nothing big. You do not have a center headrest, ladies and gentlemen. You just have a two. So 2 persons comfortably can sit. It's the company seat, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely marvelous. It's absolutely fantastic. The seat quality is absolutely good. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, you got the the center control stack. You got 2 USB plugs for charging. You got your rear windows down. It's a little bit complicated, but I really do not like this type of system, ladies and gentlemen. Probably you could have kept this over here. It could be easy for the rear seat people to use it, but it's here. But okay, there's a little bit of cubby space. Probably you can fit a water bottle, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, you cannot afford a water bottle, but still a small water bottle can fit over here. Well, handrails both sides, ladies and gentlemen. No rear lights, only the single light, I think so. Yes, it's at the front. So let's go to the front and see what is there, right? So ladies and gentlemen, at the front, nothing much to see, ladies and gentlemen. This is a raw spec model. I'll tell you more about the models as well as how many specs are available. I'll tell you more about that when you take it for a drive, ladies and gentlemen. So these are the keys. As you can see, plain basic keys, lock and unlock functions. You got only 2 of them right over here for the windows. No rear control, ladies and gentlemen. Instead of that, they give you a pocket to store your coins. You got your fuel filler right over here. You got your hood release. This is the same as that of the Renault KWID, ladies and gentlemen. So basic setup over there. It's a manual, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 6-speed, it's a 5-speed manual with a petrol engine. It's a little bit peppy. Well, you got your headlight leveler right over here, as well as your fog lights down, and this is for your child safety. So let's get it. Let me show you more about that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, basic setup. So let me on the engine. So ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful screen that we have right over here. AC controls your hazards, ladies and gentlemen. Oh shit, I'll get copyrights for that. So this pattern I really love, ladies and gentlemen. This is really interesting. They have not done so much of this like this. style in any of the hatchback cars that I see, ladies and gentlemen. This is so nice, and even the AC vents are absolutely spectacular, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the design is kind of funky and new, ladies and gentlemen. This is for Citroens only. So Citroen is doing some mad stuff, considering, this looks like same as the grill at the front, ladies and gentlemen. So some mad new stuffs, ladies and gentlemen. AC is spectacularly good, ladies and gentlemen. 5-speed manual. Well, also this, ladies and gentlemen. See this? These are all pure, slow and smooth, ladies and gentlemen. Not a sad. This doesn't feel like a hatchback, ladies and gentlemen. This feels like a premium size SUV, ladies and gentlemen. So we got the top over here. No headlights, but you do get a mirror. Same as here, ladies and gentlemen. Nowhere to store your cards. Oh my god. So that's why they gave it to you. Okay. So, lights over here, ladies and gentlemen. Yellow light could be white, but okay. We got good set of mirrors, no rear dimming. It could have been an option, but okay, I'll forgive it. Nice view mirror, it shows you nicely. We even got a rear view camera, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see right now. Yep, as you can see right now, ladies and gentlemen, we do got a rear view camera, but you do not get, adjustable rear view things. What they call it as, yes, rear view guidelines, ladies and gentlemen. It is not adjustable, it's just stationary over there, but still a good quality screen. And also the screen is, ladies and gentlemen, it's a matte kind of a screen, so I really like this. But software could have been good, but still okay. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It does have Android Auto as well as CarPlay, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, if you do want to charge something, ladies and gentlemen, you got your USB plug. So that's new, for charging, as well as a 12-volt charging socket. So that's pretty cool. And for that, the volume could have been kept a physical button. It's all in touchscreen, ladies and gentlemen. That is a really big issue, but still, I do like the touchscreen feel, ladies and gentlemen. It is so smooth as well as, effective, considering the way that this car has been designed, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the plain screen. Let's take you back to the infotainment display. Small, good, neat design of the instrument cluster, ladies and gentlemen. Not bullshitting anything others. So we got the front symbols as of right now. So these two are just lights, ladies and gentlemen. They look absolutely perfect. You just got nothing, ladies and gentlemen. A small single TST screen on the middle, showing how much speed you're going, as well as your average miles, your fuel, as well as your temperature. Well, if you move down over here, ladies and gentlemen, distance to empty is about 27 kilometers. What next? We got your odometers, which done about 3,096 kilometers. This is a pure new branded vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. So let me put it right now over here. So next up, we got trip A, trip B, and all the things, ladies and gentlemen. So basic as it was, general settings, ladies and gentlemen. We got the wipers, has a good amount of speed, good amount of spray, ladies and gentlemen. That's no issues. You got your indicators, your headlights, and you got all your media controls right over here, so you can use it. So that one, these are some tactile feedback, ladies and gentlemen. So that's pretty cool. We got all your phone systems, and that's pretty much it on the interior, ladies and gentlemen. So let's take this beautiful puppy out for a ride, shall we? So, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to tell you something before we go on the motovlog. Yes, I know it's pretty late during the night. It's around 8:34 in the evening. I'm right now in my Citroen, as you can see on the seat lights. I forgot to tell you a little bit more in the interiors, ladies and gentlemen. So before I tell you all the tech specs regarding it, I need to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. See this. It seems that Citroen is doing something amazing that most of the small head, hatchback market doesn't do, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that the cars are only of two models. I'll explain a little bit more when I do the driving plot of it. But ladies and gentlemen, there are around 230 accessible, customizable options for the car, ladies and gentlemen. And for the price point of 6.5 lakhs starting price and an ending of 10 lakhs, ladies and gentlemen, that is absolutely astonishing. Only the higher end Rolls Royces and the Mercedes Benz do come with a feature of customizing your own car, ladies and gentlemen. And this has it. So kudos to Citroen for doing that. So I just wanted to add this, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot a lot of things to be set on the interior part of things, but that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you, if I did forget anything, I'll tell you a little bit more on the driving part. So let's continue on with the drive. So, ladies and gentlemen, before starting this vehicle off, I'm going to talk about the three main things that are important for you guys. That is the performance / braking, the handling, and also the overall comfort. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with a bang, with the power output figures as well as the specs on the car. So if you do want a detailed in-depth review of the car, ladies and gentlemen, you can obviously view it on the YouTube. There are so many good videos on the internet explaining in detail and in depth about the Citroen C3 as well as the C5 also, ladies and gentlemen. If you do want to see it, check out Autocar India. They have some of the amazing videos, and if you do want to check them out, links are down in the description below. So first and foremost, let's get the basics out of the way, ladies and gentlemen. Citroen C3 as well as the Citroen C5 are the two new models that have been appeared in India. The C5 is the first ever model to be launched in India at what, 2018? I'm not sure about the dates, man. I'll get a little bit confused about that, but the next model that was really introduced for the India is going to be the Citroen C3, ladies and gentlemen. So the Citroen C5, you might have not seen it that much rolling down in India, because that's a little bit of unknown model, but the C3 is made in India and made for India, ladies and gentlemen. So the C3 starts at a price range of 6.8 lakhs and ends at about 10 lakh rupees, ladies and gentlemen, and you absolutely have around 230 types of customizations for the car, as I told you before. So there are actually two models of the Citroen C3 that are just launched in India, ladies and gentlemen. Might be an available update and a future more models, but for now there are only two models, and both of them are petrol engines only, ladies and gentlemen. No diesel or no electrics, as well as no automatics are available as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, in the year 2022 and 2023. So the engines are called as PureTech 82 and the PureTech 110, ladies and gentlemen. So first and foremost, it's a 3-cylinder petrol engine. The first one is the PureTech 82, which is the base model that I'm driving right now. Consists of 82 horsepower at 5750 rpm. So it's a little bit laggy on the lower end, ladies and gentlemen. So and the torque at about 150 newton meters of torque at 3750 new rpms, ladies and gentlemen. So as usual, gearbox is a 5-speed manual unit, and the next one is going to be the PureTech 110, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, it's a 3-cylinder turbo petrol with 110 horsepower. This is the peppy one, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 110 horsepower with 190 newton meters, one of the highest torque figures in any hatchback, ladies and gentlemen, as of right now, and it is starting all the way from 1750 rpm. So it's going to be a peppy little engine, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to be a 6-speed manual, and the mileage is the one on the both, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be about 19.4 kilometers per liter, and it's going to be all disc brakes, ladies and gentlemen, obviously for sure. But the brakes are little bit spongy and do not work at high speed, ladies and gentlemen. So first and foremost, let me tell you about the braking performance on the car, ladies and gentlemen. So this car is suitable for a top speed of 117 to 120 kph, ladies and gentlemen. At that type of speed, I think so it's about 62 to 65 miles an hour. At that type of speed, I'm probably sure that, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna feel a lot of bumps, as well as it's not gonna be steady, ladies and gentlemen. 100 is where the car is best suited. But there's one good thing, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you more about in the handling section, but for now let me talk about the braking. So the braking at low speed is absolutely perfect, ladies and gentlemen. In city traffic, it's gonna be absolutely perfect. But if you're trying to drive this hatchback on a highways or a city roads or an interstate, ladies and gentlemen, I probably think you need to brake a little bit more, further than you planned, ladies and gentlemen. Brakes are a little bit spongy and it take a little while to stop. So that's the braking power of it. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the handling of this fine piece of French automobile, ladies and gentlemen. So before going on further into the handling section of this car, let me tell you a little bit more about the Citroen, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, the name Citroen is a French manufacturing company started in the year about 1900s or so, ladies and gentlemen. Now bought and acquired by the Stellantis group of company, which is part owned by Chrysler, which is a US company, as well as the Fiat, ladies and gentlemen. They are trying to bring in some 15 or so other companies like the Citroen, and I'll display, I think I have the list of companies that have been releasing in India. If not, you can obviously find it. Just tap on Stellantis group of companies. You can obviously find it on the internet. So under that group of companies is going to be the Stellantis group. The Citroen company, ladies and gentlemen. So the handling. first and foremost, let me tell you a big thing that is affecting the hatchbacks today, ladies and gentlemen. So, as I told you before, in the Renault KWID, if you have a top speed of about 115 to 120 kph, I already told you the steering is little bit weird, it's a little bit loose, and you can feel the car on the front is taking a lot of space and it's on the air, ladies and gentlemen. So basics of that is going to be simple, ladies and gentlemen. There is aerodynamics on play and physics is also on play, ladies and gentlemen. So basically, when you're driving on a city road or an interstate, let's take for an example, ladies and gentlemen, and let's say you're traveling around 62 miles, which is about 100 kph, ladies and gentlemen. You are pushing a lot of air that is coming straight in front of you, right? Yes, the front of you air is collected none other than the underbody of your vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. And if the car has a lot of slots continuing all the way from the front to the back, and there are a lot of slight cuts, no underbody panels, there are a lot of cuts here and there, that allows the air to go from the front to back without any disturbance, ladies and gentlemen, without any cuts on the underside of the car. The air gets stuck into the front, which creates a balloon like structure, and which then obviously lifts your front wheel up, and that's when you get into a lot of trouble and eventually death happens, ladies and gentlemen. So in part of that, most of the hatchbacks in the segment in India, ladies and gentlemen, do not have any cuts, and that's why most of the other cars in the segment try to either flip down or just fly off into the air like a aeroplane when you're doing 110 to 120 kph on the interstate, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm pleased to say that this car is absolutely got that thing right, ladies and gentlemen. So with a lot of cuts as well as a lot of holes in both the sideways, back, and as well as the under, this car is perfect for city driving, ladies and gentlemen, as well as highway driving. It grips the road like Fevicol, ladies and gentlemen. It grips so good that you can corner it with effect at 60 to 80 kph, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be 50 miles per hour. And also you can go about 120 if you're willing to. If you can go 120 without bothering about the steering wheel wobble. When you hit a lot of high speed, ladies and gentlemen, the steering is purely stiff, and you can do a high speed. You can do a lot of high speed, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I tried most of the things right over here. Well, I was driving the car, I tried to go 100, but because this is a base model car and consists of only 82 horsepower, that is not enough when you're taking overtaking a truck or overtaking a car that is going in front of you. So if you are trying to buy this, ladies and gentlemen, please do opt for the PureTech 1110, which is 110 horsepower, 190 newton meters of torque, which is a little bit more peppy than this one, the one that I'm driving currently, and it will be little bit more useful so that you can cross a lot of traffic, and it will not be a burden for you. You might be scared to whether to hit the throttle or not when you're taking a overdrive. So that's one thing that I wanted to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. And as usual, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in a area of purchasing the lower end model, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, there are absolutely 230 different customizable options that you can obviously choose and make the lower end model look like a higher end model, ladies and gentlemen. So the one that I'm currently driving right now has absolutely most of the accessories that the company offers on it. So like the infotainment touch display, which is an option, the alloy wheels on the outside, which is also an option, the two-tone color wave is also an option. As I told you, in the exterior part of the view, if you do want to see that, scroll a little bit back and see this, ladies and gentlemen. Exterior parts, the side trim bits with a little bit of orange, the subtle touches, they were all accessories, ladies and gentlemen. And the rear view camera is also an accessory which you do not get, as well as some of the other options also include, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure about, there are 230 options. I cannot even memorize every single one of the options. So that's one thing I just wanted to say about the handling, ladies and gentlemen. On the handling aspect of it, I will give this car in the hatchback segment in the year 2022 and 2023 in India with all the other markets comparingly with the hatchback cars, I'll give this about an 8.5 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. In considering the power output of this car, considering the other cars in the market in the year 2022 and 2023 with the other companies, I will give this about 6.5 to 7, because there are so many other companies also which bring about more than this horsepower as well as more than this torque output figures. but still I'll give it. On the braking side of things, considering the other cars, as usual, ladies and gentlemen, I'll give it only about 5.5 to 6 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. So next up is going to be the comfort section, ladies and gentlemen. This is where I wanted to talk a little bit more about the hatchback's main problem that people face in India. So most of the hatchbacks, due to its compact size, that's why it's called as a hatchback, obviously, but due to its compact size, as well as bit claustrophobic to be seated inside, ladies and gentlemen. As I told you before, when I was driving the Renault KWID, I had a feeling that I was so cocooned inside the body that I had no space to keep my arm on the window or anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen. I was just like a squeezed jacket. You might have seen it in a lot of movies. Actors use it to cover the fully themselves. They are called as what, 24 jacket. I'm not sure about that. I'll put it on the screen right now. I'll put a picture of that. It was feeling like that, ladies and gentlemen. It was feeling how to express the comfort level, ladies and gentlemen. On other cars, it was something like someone is going to hug you so tight and they're not going to let you. That's how most of the hatchbacks in the Indian segment does feel, because of its so tight and compact fitted body, ladies and gentlemen, both even for the driver as well as for the passenger front and back, ladies and gentlemen. But this car has done it a little bit more differently, ladies and gentlemen, because of its wider wheelbase compared to the other other hatchbacks in the segment, which is a first of segment, ladies and gentlemen, and also the good the amount of features that are involved. This car absolutely in the comfort department gets a 10 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. When you take your seat inside, obviously I'm telling this via video, you cannot understand. If you want to experience the comfort level, I highly suggest you to go to your local Citroen dealer and take the C3 and maybe sit in it for a while. You'll feel the comfort level that I'm telling, ladies and gentlemen. This absolutely is a hatchback. This also has a lot of compressed parts from the side, front and back, but when you sit inside, you feel like you are sitting in an SUV. Got lots of space, got lots of arm room both on for passenger as well as on the back seat. Got a lot of leg room, and the thigh support is good. The top portion is absolutely perfect. If you're a 6'1" person, you can absolutely sit inside with no effects at all, ladies and gentlemen. And also there's one more fault, but I'll tell you a little bit more about the top 5 things that I like about this and the top 5 things that I dislike about this car at the end part of the video. But for now, the handling on the segment, I'll give it a 10 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. So overall, this car gets out of 10, I'll give it about 6.7 to 7 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, on all aspects considering. So if you again, ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to consider other cars, also there are so many other hatchbacks in the market. As I told you before in the older video, the Renault KWID video, if you have seen it, if you have seen my outro on that video, you might have seen that there are a lot of other cars also in the market that you might be able to see. If you do want a good hatchback, ladies and gentlemen, there are some options. Take a range for the Hyundai i10, the i20 N line, which is a most sporty car. Next review coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. And the Citroen C3, this car, as well as the newer Hyundai, what is that, i10 Grand Neos, yes, with the turbo engine. That's one more thing. And also the Nissan one, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot the name of it. And also there is other car like the Tata Punches, which is an Indian made car. Try everything out. Try, maybe take it for a test drive. For every other car company, this is my opinion on the Citroen C3, ladies and gentlemen, but you might like it or you might not completely like it, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, as I told you before, this is absolutely your choice. But in my opinion, if you do ask me in the year of 2023 which hatchback to buy, these are the segments that goes, ladies and gentlemen. These are the cars that goes inside these segment, which I believe that you should buy in the year 2023. Obviously, if Volkswagen Polo could have been there, I would add it to the list, but unfortunately Volkswagen killed the absolute good automobile model, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why. And also I don't think there's going to be a replacement for the Polo anytime soon. If so, Volkswagen, please do bring it back, ladies and gentlemen. And also, if you have seen the latest news, ladies and gentlemen, Vento is also going out of market, and the replacement for that is going to be the Virtuous, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sad that the Polo doesn't have a replacement, but the Vento has. I'm really sad. But the other cars that you might take into consideration in the segment of hatchbacks, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be the Hyundais, the Tatas, the Citroen, ladies and gentlemen. These are the three companies that you might need to take into consideration. Other cars, okay, they are there, but I'm not that confident in them, ladies and gentlemen. In the terms of power, braking, overall comfort, as well as the handling segment, ladies and gentlemen. So as I told you before, the Citroen C3 starts at a price range of 6.8 to about 10 lakhs, ladies and gentlemen, with all the customizable options and the PowerTech 110 option. So if you do want to take that, obviously you can take that also. Tata Punch is also the same rate, I think so, comes around the same rate, as well as the Hyundai i10, as well as the i20 N line video coming up really soon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm speaking with the Hyundai relatives, Hyundai marketing team, if they allow me to make a video on that. So if any one of you guys are watching from Hyundai's any of the sales marketing or any of the marketing team, ladies and gentlemen, please do post it in the comment section below. Please help me to review that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a huge fan of the newest Hyundai i20 N line, ladies and gentlemen, and also I do love their latest rally stages also, ladies and gentlemen. You might be seeing on the rally network, ladies and gentlemen, Hyundai is making some great progress. Well, that I want to say. So anyways, top of the bluffering, time for the top 5 things that I like about this car, and also the top 5 things that I don't like about this car. So the first 5 things that I like about this car, absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, as I told you before, the power, the brakes, the power, the handling, and the comfort. These 3 things I'll give it with my eyes closed, ladies and gentlemen. Number 4 is gonna be the turning radius, ladies and gentlemen, on this fine piece of French automobile. Although it has a longer wheelbase compared to the other hatchback models, it turns in a dime, ladies and gentlemen. So the 4th thing that I like about that car is gonna be that. The 5th thing that I gonna be like about this car is the software on the infotainment system, as well as as I told you before, ladies and gentlemen, this car actually has a wireless CarPlay as well as an Android Auto feature, which most of the highest end segment cars only have, ladies and gentlemen, and most of the hatchbacks in the segment do not have that feature. I'm not sure about the Hyundai i20s or the latest cars. I'm not, I have never seen or never taken that, but from my experience, I'm telling that one thing, ladies and gentlemen. So these are the top 5 things that I like about the car, and the top 5 things that I don't like about the car. Obviously, as I told you before, the first and foremost thing is gonna be the brakes that I don't like, ladies and gentlemen. Literally, I don't like that braking. The number 2 is gonna be the mileage, ladies and gentlemen. Although company claimed is gonna be saying that you're gonna get 19.4, I'm pretty sure, ladies and gentlemen, you're definitely not gonna get 19.4. In the city, you're absolutely gonna be getting about 14.5 to 15 kps depending on your driving style, and if you take it on an interstate above 85 to 100 above, you're just gonna get 10 and about 15, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the second thing that I don't like about this car. And the third thing that I don't like about this car is the fuel tank capacity, ladies and gentlemen. Comparing to the other hatchbacks of the segment, this only has about 30 liters of fuel tank reserve, ladies and gentlemen. So basically, if you're driving this in a city, 30 liters is absolutely enough, ladies and gentlemen. It's more than enough considering that you're only driving on a city. But if you're planning this to be a family car and you're doing a lot of out tours, as well as you're going in a lot of interstates, probably I don't think the 30 liters tank is definitely not enough, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the 4th thing that I don't like about this car. And the 5th thing that I don't like about this car is gonna be its accessories, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many accessories that are options, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the 2023 and the rear view camera comes as an accessory, ladies and gentlemen. That some things I do not like about. So as I told you before, ladies and gentlemen, it's about what 245 approximately accessible options, ladies and gentlemen, in the accessories department. But some of them are really you might be thinking, what, these are all accessories? I'm not sure about that. Some parts of that I do feel like they are doing that. So these are the top 5 things that I like and I dislike about the car, ladies and gentlemen. So hope you like this video. Hope you like the review of the Citroen C3, ladies and gentlemen. And as usual, if you do want to see more of this, you know what to do, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and drop a comment section below on how do you think this video was. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one. Take care and peace.